1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sadia Sattar. First, the headlines. President says Pakistan offers promising business opportunities to foreign investors through one window operation in various sectors, including innovation and technology. Prime Minister has issued directives for reopening nearly 84,000 partially resolved complaints filed by people on Citizen Portal. United Nations, in its recent edition of UN Principles for Responsible Digital Payments 2021 report, has termed Pakistan's Ehsaas program as the best practice internationally. Pakistan has urged the United Nations to put in more efforts to address situations where people are still denied the right to self-determination. In a major diplomatic development, 2 resolutions on the situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir have been presented in the Swedish Parliament for discussion. Pakistan, strongly condemning the recent drone attack by Houthis on Saudi airport, has reaffirmed its full support against any threat to the security of the kingdom. And Pakistan has sent 13 more trucks carrying 345 tons of relief goods, including foods and medicines, to Afghanistan. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Arif Alvi says Pakistan is offering promising business opportunities to foreign investors through one window operation in sectors of innovation and technology. Interacting with the heads of leading investment and technology firms in Dubai today, the president said the one window facility under Special Technology Zones Authority is aimed at encouraging and facilitating the foreign investors to expand their information technology footprint in Pakistan. He said the government has set up the Special Technology Zones Authority with a mandate to provide world-class digital and physical infrastructure across the country and put Pakistan on global technology radar. The president invited the companies to invest in Pakistan's diverse sectors, particularly in e-business. The business heads expressed keen interest to make investments in Pakistan in their respective domains and also briefed them about their companies. The president later witnessed the signing of 3 MOUs between Pakistan's Special Technology Zones Authority with MasterCard, Galaxy Racer Esports and Shoruk Partners VC funds. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed to reopen 83,741 partially resolved complaints filed by people on Citizen Portal. According to Prime Minister's Performance Delivery Unit, all complaints will be reopened and assigned to the officers concerned for necessary action. According to details, 43,351 complaints in 773 federal departments and 40,415 complaints related to provincial governments will be reopened and reassigned to 2,450 departments. Minister for National Food Security and Research Syed Fakhr Imam says the government is determined to control inflation through high productivity in agriculture sector. Addressing a ceremony in Multan today, he said agriculture sector is backbone of the country's economy and huge amount is being spent to improve production of different crops. He said the current inflation is the result of ill-conceived policies and corruption of the past rulers. Minister for Information Technology Aminul Haq says Parliament is going to be digitalized and all agenda will be processed on tablets. He was addressing the MOU signing ceremony between University of Karachi and a private firm for establishing the Centre of Excellence on Animation in Karachi today. The minister said the centre, besides helping students of University of Karachi, will also be helpful for other university students and it will be completely functional within 6 to 8 months. The United Nations, in its recently released edition of United Nations Principles for Responsible Digital Payments 2021 report, has termed Pakistan's Ehsaas program as an internationally the best practice. According to the UN's report, Ehsaas simplified the Know Your Customer procedure for users by collecting simple data fields and issuing accounts after basic verification. Meanwhile, Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Poverty Alleviation and Social Protection, Dr. Sania Nishtar, Minister has expressed pleasure over appreciation of the EHSAS program as international best practice by the United Nations. EHSAS program emerged as the largest social protection program in the history of the country in times of COVID-19 pandemic last year, as almost half of the country's population benefited from the program. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has called on the United Nations to invest more time and energy to address situations where people are still denied the right to self-determination. Speaking at the United Nations General Assembly's Legal Committee, Deputy Permanent Representative of Pakistan to the United Nations Amir Khan said realization of a just world order will remain elusive without resolving festering disputes. The Pakistani envoy said respect for the UN Charter and the principles of sovereign equality, peaceful settlement of disputes, non-interference in state affairs, and the right to self-determination are critical for promotion of the rule of law at international level. He said several resolutions of the UN General Assembly and the Security Council have categorically declared that attempts to unilaterally change the status of an occupied territory legally or demographically, whose people have yet to exercise their right to self-determination, are null and void. Amir Khan said Pakistan will continue to call for necessary changes in the global counter-terrorism architecture and the UN Security Council sanctions regime to ensure due process and effective remedy in the implementation of sanctions regime. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain says government is taking steps for development and prosperity of Azad Jammu and Kashmir. Talking to AJK President Barrister Sultan Mahmood in Islamabad today, he said steps are also being taken for promotion of tourism in the region. The minister said Prime Minister Imran Khan is taking special interest in development of Azad Kashmir and welfare of people of the region. He said voice of Kashmiri people will be heard all over the world by launching regular PTV broadcasts in Azad Kashmir. He said PTV will play its full role in highlighting the ongoing atrocities in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and the Kashmir issue. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has termed the current situation in the territory as the most volatile after the rapid surge in human rights abuses. In a statement in Srinagar, APHC spokesman expressed concern over the increasing incidents of target killing of civilians in the territory. In a major diplomatic achievement of Pakistan's foreign policy, 2 resolutions on the situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir have been presented in the Swedish Parliament for discussion. These resolutions urge Swedish government to give its full support to a settlement of Kashmir dispute, which is of utmost importance to enable a peace process. The Parliament will debate these motions later this month. Pakistan has strongly condemned the recent drone attacks launched by Houthi militants on King Abdullah Airport in Jazan region of Saudi Arabia, causing injuries to people and damage to property. Foreign Office spokesman in a press release today said such attacks not only violate international law but also threaten peace and security of Saudi Arabia and the region. He said Pakistan calls for immediate cessation of these attacks. The spokesman said Pakistan reaffirms its full support and solidarity with Saudi Arabia against any threats to its security and territorial integrity. He said we wish speedy recovery to those injured in the incident. Under the Pakistan-Afghanistan Cooperation Forum, Pakistan has sent 13 more trucks carrying 345 tons of relief goods, which include food and medicines. The relief supplies to the people of Afghanistan were handed over by Deputy Commissioner Chaman Jumadat Khan Mandokhil to the representative of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, Maulvi Muhammad Umar Karamat. So far, 1,000 tons of relief goods and 55 trucks have been sent to Afghanistan by Pakistan-Afghanistan Cooperation Forum. In the National T20 Cup, guests sent at Lahore, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, chasing a victory target of 153 runs, were 124 for 3 in 18 overs a short while ago. Batting first since scored 152 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. And finally, the weather update. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while hot in plain areas during the next 12 hours. However, rain is likely at isolated places in Upper Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, do log on to our website radio.gov.pk.